What is going on, everybody? We are back with another 3D printer video today. For those of you not familiar with the channel, we have done a ton of hands-on with Creality, with Bamboo Lab, and now we have one of the underrated smaller players in the game, the Entina Tina2S printer. This is meant more for beginners and kids, which is perfectly up our alley, considering I wanted to get my daughter her own little 3D printer to really get her engaged and interested in the world of 3D printing. And this all-in-one solution is perfect for that, since it does give you app access to print your actual prints out, and everything is done on the device itself and the app. Let's go ahead and quickly do an unboxing, setup, and first look for you guys. You will be up and running in no time with this version. Thanks to Entina for sending this out to us for review. Let's take a quick look. So it is literally this tiny of a packaging. As you can see here, it is that Tina2S printer, and it is very compact. It is very easy to open, and the unboxing experience is pretty simple. Once you actually get those pull tabs off and go ahead and pull the tab down, you will be good to go to get on your journey. Let me go ahead and get it this way. And opening this up and taking it out of the box, again, everything comes in here in addition with some filament to get you started. You're going to have a couple of reading material instructions here. We'll just pluck that to the side. You will see a small spool of 3D filament. It's white to get you going. It's probably PLA if I was to guess. Yep, it is a PLA set of white filament. You are going to have all of your materials to get everything started for your nozzle head and some of the adapter. It looks like it's going to come with a glue stick for the printing bed. This is nice, and surprisingly, a lot of other companies don't send this. This is actually a piece to clean that hot end tool, your little Allen keys, a little USB-C to USB-C adapter, an additional hot end here, and some other tools as well as a memory card and all that. So we'll set that to the side. Let's go ahead and get some of this styrofoam off. What's nice about this printer too, and as you can see right here, it does have an on-off switch. The actual housing of this printer does have an LED light, or I should just say a light in general, to allow you to really see what is printing in the dark. Let me go ahead and pull the styrofoam off and get the printer right on this table. Once you take it out of the box, you can see it's still wrapped in some plastic. You have some other equipment here. Let's go ahead and just cut this open. Obviously being careful not to damage any of that stuff on the side here. Let's go ahead and just separate it. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, this baby is very compact, nice small printing bed, and actually looking at this, it is probably significantly smaller, about half the size of what you would get with an A1 Mini or something like that. However, for beginners, this is the perfect size to get going. This is, again, the V10 version. There is an older V9. This is the more up-to-date version, and I will throw those links down below if you're interested in picking them up from Entina or on Amazon themselves. But you can see just how tiny and already pre-ready this is to go. You have your USB cable here, your power port, and again, it is all in this nice cube form here. It says the use of third-party filaments is prohibited. Each disc of filament requires a different temperature. Please adjust to the best temperature. If the filament is damp or dusty, it will cause clogging. This is something we've learned from experience too. There is a lot of companies, third-party as well, that do sell filament holders to keep them from getting moist. Just something to keep in mind that you might want to be aware of. This is how you're going to actually load your filament on the side here, and this should be the spool holder if you pull it out to put right on the side there. But again, aside from that, we'll get this all set up and ready to go. You do have on the top here a little bit of some warning labels. You have an LCD display here that you will be able to press and select options that you need. And it does give you a slicer notice. Please use WeBuilder or our custom Cura to slice the model. Using other slicer softwares may damage the printer. Again, they make it very simple. You shouldn't need to reach out to other third-party cutters. It is all in-house the same way, so you shouldn't need anything else. Here is the quick get ready instructions. It says remove the shaft coupling shell, remove the tip, press the fitting, insert the tube, tear off the tape. Again, pretty simple instructions here. Let's go ahead and do this and get it all set up, and we will be right back. All right, so it literally took about 8 minutes to get everything together. The instructions are very seamless, and if you didn't even want to read them, in the app, they give you video step-by-step instructions you can watch and just go through it as you need. What we are doing right now is the step of the load filament process. We just took the tube and installed it into the filament loader, and the little spool of filament is on the side here. It is warming up the nozzle. As soon as we turned it on, it asked you for your language, and this is the progressive next step. It's been about 2 minutes. It is heating to about 220 degrees right now. It is at about 193. So any minute, once you have the filament inserted, it should start extruding from the hot end. And once we do that, then we will be basically ready to go, and I will be able to show you really how this print bed works and operates, and how to actually select a print from the app itself if you don't want to load something onto the memory card. All in all, the setup is very impressive and very quick. So we are at 214 degrees right now. We have a few seconds to go, and we should start seeing the filament drop. And you can actually see it slowly but surely coming down right now. So it's purging it. That is exactly what you want to see. Once this completes, we'll move to the next steps like we said. So the next step, we actually have a QR code on the top here that it is showing that I will show you really quick. And all you need to do in the app, it automatically tells you that's the next step. You're going to go ahead and connect to your Wi-Fi. You can see it's connecting to the device, and we will pair this and register it and then be off and on our way. Once it's connected to your network, it's going to give you what looks to be a sample print here. You can type in a name and just hit print. So I'm going to put my daughter's name in here, and let's see if it sends as a test to the printer. So you can see it shows pendant, the progression, and you can hear it starting. It says data has been sent to the printer, and it shows it heating up. The bed is heating and giving us all of our first look instructions here. This says it should take about 11 minutes to complete. While it is going through this initial test print, I also just want to let you guys know a couple of the specs on this. So like I said, it does have a smaller printing bed. As you can see, it's about 100 by 100 by 105. So not quite square, but close enough. This does have a double Z axis, that LED light that you can see here, which is definitely a nice touch, and you can turn it on and off thanks to the switch if you so choose. It does have auto leveling, and you can obviously resume printing anytime you need to pause and resume. Thanks to the size of this also and the high-powered fans, it is actually very quiet from what I'm used to. It's fully open sourced, and again, you do have the ability to use multiple printing methods between installing the drivers to your laptop or desktop, using the app, which is obviously our always go-to and our preferred method, and you can use the slicing software with Wi-Fi transfer, or you can save it to the SD card, which is going to make it very easy. Again, it comes with everything out of the box to get going in under 10 minutes, including that individual thing of spool for your filament. I think this is a great starting piece here. It has that full auto leveling. It has a quick change test nozzle as well if you need. This might be the easy go-to for beginners, anybody just getting into the world of 3D printing. I truly think this is the way to go. If it's something you've been thinking about and wanting to dabble in, or even aren't very tech savvy, anybody can get going on this. Like I said, my daughter is actually 9 years old, and she can operate this probably without fail. I'm going to put that to the test and do a subsequent follow-up video with her creating her first print and seeing just how easy it is for somebody that is a pre-teen. Thanks to the price point for this too, you're not going to break the bank. It is regularly on sale for less than $230 with a coupon code. Even it brings it closer to $200 in value. So you really can't go wrong with this at all. So in about 13 minutes and 10 seconds, according to the top LCD screen, it finished up at 100%. I'm not sure if you just heard the beeping or not, but the pendant is now done. So anytime you are ready to remove it, it has an easy to grab piece here to lift up the print bed. And there you go. You can see that first print. It actually looks really cool. So what I like to do, it's just a personal preference to cool it down a little bit. It is not hot to the touch, but I'm going to shake it so I can easily kind of bend this and pop it out. So once you shake it and get it cool, I like to go ahead, like I said, and pop it out like this. And we'll go ahead and peel that extra piece off right there of filament from when it originally started, and simply just magnetically put it back into place. So here is that first print. As you can see here, just has her name on it, and I think that looks really cool. It is very firm and solid with no issues on the print at all. So you can take it right off of the bed with the supports, and there you go. It's meant to be a pendant. You can put it on a necklace if you want. You can imagine how cool it would be with some different colored filament other than white. But yeah, not a bad first print at all. A couple things, if you are tight on space or possibly just, again, looking to jump into the world of 3D printing, this is definitely going to be one of your best options. And thanks to the simplicity of the app itself, this I think is a great starter piece for a lot of people. We're going to go ahead and reopen the app right now since we didn't take a deep dive into that and show you how easy it is to print anything from here on your home screen. You can look at creativity to get other ideas. There's the pendant we just printed, nameplates. You can look at the community, which is a great place to look to find ideas and recommendations. Details on your actual device itself. You can see it says local and online service, configure Wi-Fi if you have a new network, and information about yourself if you want. You do have your recommendations. If you're a beginner, what's a good thing to print from here? And it's simply as easy, say you want the spiral Christmas tree, to click it, see what devices it's eligible for. You're going to want to pick the Tina2S, obviously, which we know what's capable of. And then there's 5 total files to put it together, and simply just say print when you're ready. So we'll go ahead and hit print. You can do it at a couple of different speed options here. You have normal, fast, high quality, which will be a slower print speed, but give you better quality. And you can customize it again, and it recommends your filament type of PLA, silk PLA, which is exactly the same type of filament, just a different color, or TPU if you're looking to print with a flexible filament. And you're just gonna hit start, and it's as easy as that. You can see the progress it's sending over, and this print should take 1 hour and 59 minutes, basically 2 hours. The data was sent to the printer. You can hear it. It is aligning, and you are going to be good to go. So again, I'm just one person. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. Are you looking at picking up one of these 3D printers? If so, the Tina2S is the way to go. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.